Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another airport update. My name is Gabriel Crabb. Welcome back to Gabriel's Weather and Planes. Today we have an airport update of Boston Logan International Airport for you guys. Now, this is the September of 2021 update. And we're going to get things started. We got one or two new routes today, I think, and most of the routes will stay the same. However, I will do a little bit of a rotation for you guys here. So, without further ado, we'll get started. I'm going to first, if you do like the video, subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment down below. I'll be sure to respond to all comments within 24 hours. Alright, starting things off with Gate Alpha 1, A1, we have a Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 series aircraft, which will be heading out to Baltimore. At A2, we have a Delta Airlines Airbus A380 filling in for the A330, which is the model is currently on its way. She will be heading out to Amsterdam. We have an Airbus A321 Delta in the thank you livery, which will be heading out to Atlanta. Now, the Delta A321, currently, the thank you livery, I think, is painted on two of their aircraft, and the Delta A321 is very common at Boston, so it flies the Atlanta, Minneapolis, Detroit routes, Salt Lake City sometimes, so that's a good route to put this aircraft on. At A4, we have a Delta Airlines Boeing 757-300 filling in for the 200, and the model's on its way. The 757-300 for Delta does not typically come to Boston. It's normally the 200, and this aircraft will be headed out to Salt Lake City. Moving on to another airline now. We have an American Airlines. And this is a Boeing 787-9, which is filling in for a 777-200. He'll be headed out to Miami. Now, I know that American's actually paused flying 777 to Miami. However, that is expected to resume in the winter season. Moving on, we have a United Airlines 777-200 headed out to San Francisco. Again, that's going to restart again very shortly. It was due to the pandemic. They cut that route down to a 737 MAX. However, that'll go back to a 777-200 and 757-200 in a couple of months. I think they were thinking November for that route, which is not that far away, actually. And for Spirit, Airbus A320 in the fence tip configuration with the CFM engines in the banana bus livery. They headed out to Fort Lauderdale. Moving on to JetBlue, we have a JetBlue Airways Airbus A320 pushing back, this one again in the fence tip configuration with the blueberries tail. He'll be headed out to Denver. We have another JetBlue Airways Airbus A320, and this one is in the dots tail, and again in the fence tip configuration. This is actually in the older livery without the JetBlue billboard titles. Very interesting. I don't think there's many of these flying around left. Number 558 Juliet Bravo, I think, is one of the only ones. She'll be headed out to Fort Lauderdale. Now, for our final JetBlue aircraft, we have a JetBlue Airways Airbus A321neo. This is the NG models version with the Pratt & Whitney engines, the brand new Neo engines, and the Sharklets. It is also in the Bubbles tail. JetBlue has been sending the A321neo on a pretty consistent basis down to Orlando, so we'll say she's headed out to Orlando today. Now, I think you could probably argue that this is the star of the show today, an Emirates A380. Now, Emirates has recently started service to Boston with the A380 again, after an almost 18-month hiatus due to the pandemic. This aircraft will be headed out to Dubai. This worth noting that this is the no first class configuration, so it's just business and economy, meaning it's the densest A380 in the world. Moving on once again, we have a Lufthansa Airbus A350-900 headed out to Munich. Lufthansa again recently started the Munich route up, which is, I'm really happy to see it's another sign of coronavirus pandemic recovery. Headed out to Munich today on flight LH425. This aircraft leaves generally about 8 p.m. after getting here about 6 o'clock. It is an Airbus A350-900. Hopefully Lufthansa will get the first class version back soon. But I think for now this A350 does not have first class, so it's therefore just business, premium, and economy. Lastly, but very much not leastly, we have an Aer Lingus Airbus A330-300 in the brand new livery. And this will be headed out to Dublin in a little while. Now, Aer Lingus has been operating a mixture of the A321neo LR and the A330s on this route. However, I've noticed that more or less in the last month, it's been more on the A330, so we'll just say that he is headed out to Dublin today. That does conclude it for the airport update. I will show you a little bit of a picture here. This is what the airport looks like. We got a pretty decent lineup today. A pretty decent variety of aircraft and routes, as well as models for you guys. Hopefully, I should have those 2 new ones coming up soon, so that the Delta routes are in the correct aircraft, as well as another Jetblue Airways Airbus A321, since those have been pretty prevalent in Boston. But if you hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. This is Gabriel Cramp, Gabriel's Weather and Planes, signing off.